Grace of Monaco. Why did I watch this movie? I watched this movie not because I'm so interested in Grace Kelly, but it just looked good. I thought it would be in the same vein as Diana, and Diana sucked. So I wasn't really sure what to expect, and I sat down and watched it with my family, and we all liked it. We all enjoyed it. It's a very it's very vague for me because I wasn't interested in Grace Kelly's story ever, but this movie really made me sort of think about it, and I enjoyed everything that they showed. Apparently it's not true. Apparently this movie isn't very truthful, but I did enjoy it, and I loved the political side of it. I wasn't expecting this. I thought it would be, because I saw the trailer a long time ago and I didn't even remember it that well. I thought it would be more about her in an unhappy marriage or something like that, and her husband is controlling her, and because she's the princess, she can't really live a normal life. But it wasn't that at all, and I was very, very pleasantly surprised when I saw that it wasn't that. It felt a bit long in the middle, but it wasn't slow, it wasn't boring. It just felt like it was more than an hour and a half. It felt like it had some content to it, which is really good. And I loved the political side of it again. It's not something I was expecting, and it was a bit hard to follow because I wasn't expecting it, and because I'm not familiar with the history or, you know, Monaco's history or anything like that. So I was actually like asking my parents, like, oh, what does this mean exactly, and who's this guy, and the French president, and everything, and it made me actually go on Wikipedia and look for Aristotle Onassis and see who he was dating at the time, and it made me look for the prince's sister and her kids. I wanted to know what they were up to. So I actually spent like another 10 minutes on Wikipedia just reading about these characters, and I think that's a good thing. It made me interested in the history, and I learned something, and it was more than just an unhappy wife at home in the palace trying to, you know, do it. Hitchcock made an appearance. I liked the guy that played Hitchcock. He was okay. I did not like Nicole Kidman though. She looked like she was just playing a character. She didn't even seem like a real person to me. I have no idea if she was good as Grace Kelly. I have no idea if Grace Kelly was like that. I don't know her mannerisms, her gestures. I have no idea how she talks, how she walks. So maybe she was absolutely perfect and I just don't know it. But to me, it looked like a performance. It looked like Nicole Kidman was just putting on a show, and it did not seem truthful to me. It did not seem realistic to me. I did not buy her at all. And actually the only moment I liked her was this specific scene, and if anybody has seen it, they'll know what I'm talking about, but there's a specific scene where she is supposed to practice emotions as a princess, which means she needs to learn how to express her emotions without really expressing them, because princesses should be elegant and gentle and graceful, and they don't let their anger or their sadness show. And she was really good in that moment when she was practicing, but other than that, it just it felt very awkward to watch almost. Her accent was weird. I did not like her at all. Maybe she was perfect and I just don't know it, but I didn't like her at all. And the one thing that I did enjoy a lot was the cinematography, and there were some really bizarre shots that I was not expecting in a movie like this. A movie like this, not a biography, I guess, autobiography, a biopic, or biopic, I guess. You sort of expect the same old boring shots and the same old boring camera work and nothing innovative and nothing new, but this one really surprised me. There were some really zoomed in shots close on Nicole Kidman's face while someone's talking and she's just listening to them. I wasn't expecting things like that. or a shot where it pans into the room and it shows Nicole Kidman on a bed, but it's her reflection on an award on the nightstand, and then it pans back to the door and then goes to the hallway. Very interesting shots, very beautiful, for sure. So that kept me interested a lot more, and the story, like I said, I was trying to follow it. So I definitely enjoyed it a lot more than Diana. I feel like I have to compare them because they did come out sort of close together, a few months close together, and they sort of have a similar theme of a very loved woman in the public eye. Even though they lived through different times and went through different things, I feel like they were both so beloved and very much in the public eye, and they mattered a lot to the people. So I feel like I have to compare the two movies, and I hated Diana. I did not think it was good at all, but Grace of Monaco I actually did love. Well, not love, but I did enjoy and like it a lot. Not love, but I was very pleasantly surprised from, I guess, just the story standpoint and the cinematography standpoint. Nicole Kidman was not my favorite part of it at all, but and Milo Ventimiglia had like a little part, and I haven't seen him since like Heroes, so it was nice seeing him. But yeah, the acting wasn't my favorite part, but the cinematography and the political aspect of it kept me interesting, and I wanted to know what was gonna happen because I really didn't know, and it does sort of look at a specific time in her life. It's not, you know, her entire life story or her entire marriage or anything like that. It's just a specific point where Monaco has this huge conflict with France. So that's not what I was expecting, and I'm always glad to be surprised like this and see something that I wasn't expecting. So yeah, Grace of Monaco, I really enjoyed it. I highly recommend it, especially if you're a fan of Grace Kelly or if you're just interested in her story, if you like Nicole Kidman, I guess. Yeah, it was really good. Way better than Diana. Way better than Diana. If you're between sort of the two movies, Grace of Monaco is definitely the one that you should go with, for sure. Yeah, I highly enjoyed it.